Mr. MKHWANAZI was asked why he didn't brief the commissioner about the press briefing that was going to take place on the 6th of July. This is what MKHWANAZI had to say about this matter.
I always do media briefing. I don't seek permission. Just inform. We notify.
Was that the first time that you had a press briefing?
No, it was not.
What are the other occasions when you had a press briefing involving SAPS?
Oh, there are many press briefings I cannot recall, but there's a lot of them that I've had. I've been in the province for almost 5 years now, so I've had many press briefings in the past.
But that would have been different. That is when you normally, maybe there's a breakthrough or a big investigation or something important to tell the public and the media.
There are many things. There will be disasters, there will be police operations, and there will be events coming, sporting, political events, or whatever major events coming. There are many press briefings we are having over time. I've had many in the province.
Now, in relation to the political killings task team, we know that the only people who had given press briefings or media briefings would have been the Minister of Police on behalf of the Interministerial Committee. Isn't that the case?
That's what used to be, yes.
That used to be the case. So this was an extraordinary event.
Well, it was an extraordinary because even that other one was not a written rule, but it was a practice which was acceptable. So what I did was not breaking any law nor any policy in the organization. Extraordinary because of the extent of the risk that we're facing.
So why would you not have informed the National Commissioner what you intended to do, what you intended to say on the 6th of July?
As I said, sir, in my period as a provincial commissioner in KZN for so many years, I've never had to tell the National Commission I'm going to have a press briefing to tell South Africans about the festive season operation launch. I never had any National Commission in permission to tell me that I should have a press briefing about talking to South Africans about a murder that had happened, multiple murder that had happened in the area and what the police are doing about it. I never had to had any press briefing about those things. So we'll conduct press briefing as and when we see the need to inform the citizens.
But given what you agree was an extraordinary event, that not even the National Commissioner was aware of what was going to happen at that event, and an event which I think arguably implicates him in the sense that he is the head of this organization that you say is being infiltrated, that is corrupt, and that is involved in organized crime.
Do you think if I gave him, I'm sorry to ask a question, but if I assume, had I given the details of what I was going to say and it's going to implicate him, that likelihood is that...
That's a rhetorical question.
The likelihood...
You're going to answer it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If I had told him the details, perhaps, of what I was going to say, being the head of the organization, the likelihood is that he was going to stop me from having the press briefing.
He may have, because you said earlier in your evidence, quite rightly, that you take instructions from the National Commissioner. Would it have been an unlawful instruction to tell you, sorry, General MKHWANAZI, I don't think it's right, I don't think it's appropriate for you to have such a press briefing. In fact, I'm quite happy to have a meeting with you right now, given how angry you feel about these matters.
Honorable Chair and members, had I told the National Commission of the details of what I was going to give a presentation on, I do not know what was going to be the response. I assume that had he responded by saying that I should not have a press briefing, I was not going to go ahead. Of course, I was not going to have that press briefing because it's my commander who would have given me instruction. So, but I didn't tell him. I didn't give him the details of what I'm going to be presenting to the public. I just told him that I'm going to give a presentation about the political testing.